So today I want to talk about a less exciting topic, which is, can cryptocurrencies bridge inequality? Can it solve inequality? I know this is sometimes a very uncomfortable topic for some people, but I think it's very important to talk about. It's part of the reason I am very big into cryptocurrencies. And so, back to the question, can it solve inequality? Can this new space bridge the gap between the rich and the poor? And I think the answer is yes. I think it's a definite yes. But it depends on how minorities and people who are lower down the ladder embrace cryptocurrencies. Now, I can speak from my own experience. I was working a full-time job for the past 10 years, ever since I left college, and to say the least, it has been challenging. Like, I've lived in different countries, in different continents. I've lived in America, I've also lived in Europe, and I found it sometimes hard to get jobs, get noticed for the quality that I bring. I don't know if everyone else has experienced this, but I think the easiest way or the most straightforward way to solve the racism problem or the inequality problem is by bridging the economic gap, right? I think with financial freedom, people become more free in who they are, they become more comfortable in who they are, and subsequently become more confident. Now, if you are, for example, let's say you are financially free and you have everything you want, you live how you want, which is how I live, by the way. I think I'm fortunate enough to get to the point where I live how I want. I can travel where I want to travel. I drive the kind of car that I want to drive. So I am financially free. And because I'm financially free, I have time to do things that I want to do. I don't feel so controlled by a system. And because I don't feel so controlled by a system, I find it more difficult to feel inequality and racism. Like, if I was walking down the street, for example, now, and someone said, "Hey, N-word." Let's say the market was really green. We're having a green day. I don't give a shit. It wouldn't matter, right? Now, I always felt like I've always been thinking about this, like, can financial freedom among a minority class solve inequality and racism? Because at the end of the day, I think you can only feel bad from racism or inequality if you somehow feel you are less. And you cannot feel you're less if you actually are more. So what's the best way to actually feel more and more confident? I think the biggest step is financial freedom. Because with financial freedom, you can develop yourself, your mind. You can live the life you want to live on your own terms, so you can build yourself up as a human being. I've never really been supportive of, like, attacking other groups, the majority groups, and trying to get handouts or whatever. I think the best way to solve inequality and racism is to build ourselves individually. So anytime I get the chance or a platform, I always advise minorities, young people, black young people out there, Asian people, gays, whoever feels underrepresented or not being equal to, let's say, the majority of people in the society that they live in, to study cryptocurrencies. Take a look at cryptocurrencies. Don't just jump in and make random bets. I would advise you take at least a month, study it, understand the underlying technology. Because I feel cryptocurrencies are the future of value. And if you get in at an early stage, at an early time, you can gain financial freedom. And if you gain financial freedom, you feel more confident probably, and then less racism because it's no longer effective. And you can feel unequal to anyone because you are capable. Like you have everything that you, because then at that point you have everything that you want or you need. So I think that's the best way to solve the problem. If you're not dependent on a different group of people for anything, then you cannot feel bad if they look down on you, because it doesn't matter, right? So these are my thoughts. What do you guys think?